Dele Momodu fires back at Bauchi governor, says the last PDP presidential candidate was a Northerner. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. One of the PDP presidential aspirants, Dele Momodu, has taken to his official Twitter page where he fired back at Bauchi State Governor Bala over the statement he made regarding zoning of the PDP's presidential ticket. Recall that in a recent interview with Channel Television, Bala Mohammed, who also happens to be a PDP presidential aspirant, said he does not believe in zoning ahead of the 2023 presidential elections, but rather believes that the focus should simply be to find a leader who is capable of leading Nigeria. He also said that the last president the People's Democratic Party produced was a Southerner, Goodluck Jonathan, that it is the time of the Northerners under the platform of the People's Democratic Party to produce the next president of Nigeria. But Dele Momodu, who did not agree with him on this, said, "I disagree with Governor Bala Mohammed on zoning. The last presidential aspirant of PDP was a Northerner, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, but he lost, so the next slot should come down to the South." The thing and the truth and the vital point remains that in the PDP, yes, the last presidential candidate, the presidential president, let me not say presidential, president was actually Goodluck Jonathan. Then Atiku contested, but he lost. Now we are talking about something bigger than the party. We're not talking about one party function. We're talking about the whole unity of Nigeria. The unity of Nigeria is dependent on the outcome of these elections, whether I like it or not. This one is not a matter of leave the Southeastern. Those people, they mean business. So they mean business. They are tired of having to come and knock on the door and being shoveled aside, being thrown aside. They will tell the people that they mean business. I'm not saying this to incite anyone. If you look at it truly, you see these people have been marginalized. And yes, I used to say, even now, even the so-called presidency, they don't really need it. But I looked at it and I said, no. If you give somebody that really, really wants the interest of Nigeria, this president now, and the person is from the southeastern region, like if, let's say, for instance, I'm just going to use myself as an example. I come in as the president. One comes in as the president. The first thing I will have to do is, the country is in chaos. We cannot move forward without agreeing. There is nothing, absolutely nothing. If we continue in this method of let's continue to, let's keep trying and error on things concerning security, do you know how many people would die? But if you come together and agree, everybody come together, yes, we have offended each other. We have actually hurt each other. All of us are bleeding. It's time for us to come and tell ourselves the truth and unite once and for all. It is in that unity that we can now even see our clear eyes and say, you are even bleeding from the head. The North will say, the Easterners, you are bleeding from the eyes now. Oh, blind your eyes. That is when you will see that everybody is actually suffering. Everybody is suffering. It is because the Northerners will say, whatever is happening in the South is the Southerners' issue. We don't want anything to do with it. The Southerners too will say, anything happening in the North, the Northerners' issue. They should bear their growth. That kind of a thing. But if we come together, we will now know that no, we cannot fight this thing alone. We must come together, no matter how small we are, against this thing called bad leadership. We must come together and do something. Together we're going to be able to hit it with, even our small punches, we'll gather it and it will become one big heavy blow. That is it. Then the person comes in and there's room for dialogue. The dialogue that will now make everybody who have been unjustly jailed, both the ones that are called the Yoruba Nation people, the Biafran Nation people, everyone will come to everybody. They have humiliated you, embarrassed you, or detained you because of, all the self-determination groups. You are going to be freed. That person will come in. First of all, he will be healing everyone. There is nothing like what's it called? This is my people. The person comes with that intention. Before you know it, yes, you see, we'll not even be talking about it didn't this time, so they were the one that began the coup. This one now happened though. The Southerners now began the coup. No. We'll go past that level. We'll now start saying things that, look, now we mumu ourselves since. These people actually want us to keep telling ourselves that we are divided. That is how they keep getting to us. So I looked at it from that angle. Then the person comes in, and we, with time, everybody now opens up and softens us and lightens up to the fact that, yes, everybody is actually suffering. There is no part of Nigeria, whether I like it or not, it is not marginalized. The power has been in the north, but the north are still being marginalized. They can't boast of. What can they boast of? What can the northerners boast of now? If you tell them to come out and tell you what has been done in the region, they will not be able to point one thing. Yet the power has been there. I don't know if I'm making sense. Everybody will not say that, so last, now everybody they suffer from this thing. Then a problem where, everybody now have a common voice. What do you think will happen? There'll be a common voice with a common solution. Before you know it, that problem will be solved. It's better that way. That is how I say it. That is why I'm saying, the Southeasterners, it is their time. And if we give somebody who really, really wants to serve, who is willing to do everything, somebody who is not going to be by God, somebody who is not going to come and say, you not to do this thing like this, you are going to do it like that. No. I so believe that person is going to be like the breath of fresh air. No matter, it's not going to be easy. That's why we don't even want somebody who will come in and will have one tenor. Because one tenor will be like the person just go there and did not do anything. This thing I'm saying will take time. People will take time to warm up to the idea of, let us come together, It will take time. It will. Bala Mohammed will champion Fulani agenda like his brother Buhari. It should never be allowed there. Why the North always want to be president. He, Bala, openly told Nigerians Fulani should be allowed to carry AK-47. He's just a governor and holds that view. What if he becomes the president? Bobo will be a neophyte. Can you imagine? I'm hearing this one for the first time. I'm going to confirm how true this is. This is scary. And Nigerians do not take note to. Okay. Since policies in Nigeria is becoming a determined consensus aspirants between regions, why can't the Southeast or Southwest have their own consensus aspirants? Okay. Mr. Momodu, forget about Northern Fulani. Focus on Oduduwa Nation. For Biafra Nation is on course. Let them continue to be president of Northern Fulani, as others have abandoned the nation to foreigners. Okay. The Northerners always want to be president. Yes, the region is the worst. Exactly what I'm saying. This is exactly what I'm saying. They want to be president, yet you cannot see the influence. Had it been you are seeing the presidency, that place, if you go there now, things are better. Why? Then we can now come and say we are being marginalized. But this one, you are going there. You see people, you see children. Children, they'll give birth to children without any plan. The children are giving birth to before they send them to the streets to beg. The same way that things have been done in the 18th century, they're still doing it now. So what's now the effects of the power remaining in the north? On this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come maybe next time, enjoy the rest of your day.